In this video, we're going to talk about how you can show your customers where their IT spend is going. Have you ever been in a situation where you're in a meeting with a client and they tell you that you've spent like 100,000 with you last year, and you're sitting there thinking, what? No way, you didn't spend 100,000 with me. Well, I have. And the reason that this happens is because when a customer thinks about how much they spend with you, they often look at the accounts, and however much is in there for IT is considered to be what they've spent with you. Now, you know, like I know, that customers spend a lot of money with other technology providers that's not you as the MSP. Think phone systems, line of business software like QuickBooks, or something that they use to run their business. Oftentimes connectivity, printers. We all love a good printer. But the thing is, customers associate that because you are, as the MSP, the primary technology provider. And the problem with this is that customers often think that how much money they're spending with us is far more than it really is. And so to help customers to understand what their security posture looks like and to help them to spend more, we first have to talk about money, and we have to realign their understanding of where their budget is going so they get a better understanding of how we need to invest in cyber and other areas in a different way than they currently are at the moment. So let's jump into the app, and I'm going to show you how we do this in HighGround. So here we have a client who's spent 41,000 in the last 12 months. And we show the spend across all the main categories. These are default HighGround categories. You can create your own, and you can hide default ones as well. Take this data from the PSA, and you can add this data manually. And what we can see here is a distribution of the client spend at 28% onto IT, only 10% on cybersecurity. They're not spending any money with us on connectivity, and not very much money on backup. So if we drill into these numbers, we can actually see the invoices themselves and the line items on the invoices. And the ones that are highlighted in blue are the ones that are attributed specifically to this category. And these other line items are going to be in a different category. Now, we talked a moment ago about how the customer doesn't always spend all this money with you. So in HighGround, what we can do is we can create subscriptions. So for this client, I have created a QuickBooks subscription at 100 per month, a managed printer contract at 600 per month, and a 3CX phone system at 500 per month. We can open up this subscription and we can see the categorization that we've put it into. We can see the contract term, how long they have to cancel that contract, and all the payments that they've made on that contract since it started. So these represent quite a significant sales opportunity for you as an MSP, because if they're spending money with somebody else and you provide similar services and can do that for a better rate, then clients are often incentivized to have as many services with you as possible than simply spending it with lots of other providers that they then have to manage. But most importantly, all of that spend is aggregated here. So we can see that whilst the client has spent 41,000, like that 100,000 example I used at the start of this session, we can see that it wasn't all with us. So if I click into hardware, we will see spend for the printer. Here in the managed print, we can go to subcategories and we can see the spend into the subcategories as well. So not a lot of spend in many other things, but there's a big chunky spend in the printer. And the same thing with the telecoms for the 3CX and the software within here for the QuickBooks subscription as well, which we can see here. So by helping your customers to see this overall spend, we're able to account for that fictitious 100,000 to show them what's with us and what's with others, and help the customers to start understanding that however much money they're spending on technology, it's not just with us. And by being able to show it all sort of in context by these main categories, the client will start to see just how little is going on cybersecurity or any other area compared to another. So that's how you do a technology budget review with your clients and show them where their spend is going, what's with you and what's with other providers. And as you can see, It's loaded with opportunities for you to be able to bid for work that the client already has when you understand when that contract's coming up for renewal, help your client to save money, win extra business yourself, and being able to provide a better service to your clients by being in control of more of their technology.